Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to another episode of the Chicago Cubs Legends Fantasy Draft Series here on MLB The Show 25. Today is a massive one. It's it's MLB Draft, not NFL Draft. It's MLB Draft Day. It's All-Star Break. It's Trade Deadline Day. All of that encompassed into one jam-packed mega video, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy. If you do, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club as we take a look at how the Chicago Cubs have done so far this year in year number 2, 42-27. And I dare say, Roger Clemens, Big Raj, has been worth all the money we are paying him. Every single dime of the $44 million per year we are paying him. 6-1 with a 2.43 ERA, a 1.13 WHIP, and a 1.9 WAR. I'd say Big Raj is dominating. Curt Schilling is really starting to come around. He was struggling a little bit at the beginning of the year, but I think the addition of Roger Clemens is helping Curt Schilling out a lot. I think not having to be the ace of the team is really helping Curt perform a little bit better, and maybe the team around him as far as hitting goes is performing a little bit better too this year. Brian Wu not performing amazingly. Kind of weird that Shane McClanahan and Brian Wu both have the exact same ERA. That's kind of funny. And then Bryce Miller with a 3.82. So all of our starting pitchers, for the most part, have been performing decently well. Ubaldo Jimenez, he does have a high ERA and a high WHIP, but we'll see if he can cool that down. We've got Munoz, we've got Pettit. Pettit's finally starting to get a little bit rocked. I mean, he had a 0 ERA for most of the season, which is just absolutely insane. He's finally starting to get a little shelled, but he's still all-star caliber, still very, very talented. And then the hitting, we've got 22 home runs from Ryan Howard, which is just amazing. 18 from Bo Jackson, 15 from Jose Bautista, 13 from A-Rod. So our power is really just right here in the 3 through 6, which is what I would expect. That's why I have all those guys right there in the first place. The only person other than Curtis Granderson that we could upgrade is Anthony Volpe. I think we're going to give everybody else here at least one more year after this to be on the team before we absolutely just completely change the entire face of the lineup. But Granderson and Volpe are definitely guys that I'm looking for at the deadline to move and get upgrades for. But we'll see what happens. Maybe that's not possible. Who knows? Let's keep scouting, though, and keep simulating as we move through June. We've got more scouting to take care of. All right, let's get refamiliar with who we're scouting here. Gerard Crawford looks like a pretty solid player. We got him at 85%. Rex Knotts does not look like he's going to be that good. He might have decent potential, but it's probably not worth it to take him because we are picking, what pick we have? We have number 3, so we are picking really good in this draft. We have to really hit on this pick. Tyrone Martin, we'll keep him scouted because I want to know a little bit more about him, but Rex Knotts certainly can get changed. So who is next on this list? Who do we want to scout? Maybe we go Greg Smart. Maybe that's not a smart decision. I'm funny, aren't I? Rico Navarre also looks similar to that other guy, the smart guy. Lewis Garland looks okay. Angelo Fabregas, I remember this guy. He looks like he could be pretty decent. Same thing with Roy Mays. I don't know what it is with MLB The Show and catching prospects, but catching prospects usually are pretty good for some reason. I don't know why. They always have them very good. Brian Guerrero, though, I kind of want to know a little bit about him, but he doesn't have the power. Why can my center fielders never have any power? Let's scout Carlos Delgado. Or maybe this catcher, Chris Clay. No, let's scout Carlos Delgado. We'll scout these guys. Gerard Crawford, do we need to figure out a little bit more about him? I think we're safe. If we do take him, I think we'd be safe to take him. So if we're going to scout somebody else, preferably a pitcher, who's that pitcher going to be? Is it going to be Jose Molina? Is it going to be Pablo Cruz? Manuel Salas? Ooh, maybe Brett Jones. Yeah, let's do Brett Jones. Figure out how good he's going to be. All right, let's keep simulating. We take 2 of 3 against the Guardians, and then 1 of 2 against the Royals. So that's not ideal. And then split so far against the Pirates. We are 46-31 right now, 2.5 games up on the Brew Crew. We've got to 100% on Tyrone Martin. That's awesome. He's got a little bit of pop versus lefties. How big is he? He's 5'11", 208. Delgado's up to 55% already. He looks like he's going to be amazing in defense and in speed. And he could have good contact. Maybe he's a little slap hitter. Who knows? All right, let's take out Tyrone Martin and put in somebody new. Maybe that somebody new is Jamie Park. Let's put Jamie Park in there. And keep on scouting and keep simulating. We get lose the series against the Pirates and lose the series against the Red Sox. So that's 3 straight series losses we've had. I don't know what's going on here. Finally have a jump-in moment. Matt Strahm on the mound. Bases loaded with Josh Hamilton at the plate. This is a tough spot to be put into, but we haven't had a jump-in scenario all episode. Let's jump in. This is not the guy you want to have to go up to with the bases loaded. Josh Hamilton has a lot of pop in that bat. Maybe it's substance enhanced. You never know. But he does have a lot of pop in the bat, but he pops it up. Speaking of pop in the bat, he puts that into the behind home plate territory. Gary Carter fields it, and that's 2 outs. That's a mistake from Hamilton. But now Darryl, the Strawberry, steps to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs. But only hitting 173 with runners in scoring position. I thought Strawberry would be hitting a little bit better than that, as Matt Strahm cannot locate his pitches, apparently. Let's figure it out there, Strahmy. Oh, my God, 3-0. If he walks, the Dodgers get a run. So we got to go strictly fastballs up the gut. That's going to be placed into left field. Bo Jackson back to the Wrigley. The Ivy, not the Wrigley, the Ivy. And Bo will secure it. So Strahm gets out of that dangerous inning. That was really, really tough. And Jose Bautista down by... Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I read that wrong. It's bottom 9, 2 outs. I thought for some reason the Dodgers scored 2 runs and made it 8-6, but they scored 2 runs to make it 6-6. And Jose Bautista has a chance to walk us off here in the 9th. Come on, Joey Bats. I need you. Not even just walk off. I mean, he's got 2 outs and a runner on third. If he can deliver a base hit, we're golden. We are all golden, Pony Boy. Come on, Jose. Come on. If Finnegan just throws me something in the zone. Not that, but I'm not stealing. I mean, 99 speed would be pretty elite to have. Go home there, but the catcher did a good job of keeping it in front of him. Come on, Jose. You're 0 for 3 today, but this could be your most important at-bat of the night. Just hit something for a base hit, and we walk off. It doesn't even need to be a home run, and that's strike 3. They call it on the check swing. I didn't swing, I promise you. I promise you I didn't swing. Unbelievable. Matt Strahm's in a tough spot here in the extras. He's got top of the 11, 2 outs. And we finally get a moment. But the Dodgers, with an RBI single, Josh Hamilton, who we started this moment with. Josh Hamilton gives the Dodgers a 1-run lead. We are now bottom 11 with a runner on second. I can't tell who that is out there. Who is it? It's Curtis Granderson. We've got Granny Man on second. Volpe at the plate. If Volpe puts this in the outfield, we tie the game. Volpe will put in the outfield. Are we going to tie the game? I got to go for it. Granderson on his way home. 85 speed. He's safe, and Volpe gets an RBI double. That's what's being aggressive about the Cubs. You got to be aggressive, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be. Volpe with the RBI double. Biggio to the plate. And now if Craig Biggio can do the exact same thing, we should win this baseball game. Although Granderson had like 85 speed. Volpe's only got 78. So it's a little bit of a difference. But if it's deep enough in the outfield, it shouldn't matter. Although Warren Spahn is not pitching to Craig Biggio. Come on, Craig. You got this. You absolutely got this. That's not the pitch to hit, and Biggio knows it. He slams the bat on the ground. He knows he missed it. And that is the second out of the night here in the bottom of the 11th. Biggio knows he missed one. 2 home runs for Bryce today. Bryce is kind of slapping the baseball around the park here in Wrigley. Come on, Bryce. Do it one more time. I'd love it. It's going to go into the left field, left center field. The center fielder's around it, and it's going to be a out. Luckily, we tied it, so we're not losing the baseball game, but it's annoying that we have to keep going. And here we are, bottom 12, Ryan Howard. He is 0 for 8 in the series, but he's had a great season so far up to this point in terms of power. All he needs is a base knock, and he's got it. 57 speed, I'm sending him home. Get there. Dig, 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 dig. He's going to be safe. Just barely. Bryce Harper makes it, and the Cubbies walk it off. Ryan Howard delivers. Oh, my God, that's a bang-bang play. The play at the plate was a photo finish, but Bryce gets that neon glove across home plate before the tag comes in. Ryan Howard delivers. And the Cubbies will steal one against the Dodgers. What a game. What a game. Bo Jackson, MVP of it. I would have given it to Bryce Harper. I mean, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Although Bo had a home run and 2 triples, so I guess that makes sense. It's very, very valid. The Marlins are offering me a trade. What do you got, Marlins? Herman Marquez. You really want to give me Herman Marquez for Gary Hill, which is just a legendary name, by the way. And you want Matt Mervis. I mean, I'd consider giving up Matt Mervis, but I'm not giving up Gary Hill. That's a legendary Hall of Fame type of name right there. And I don't want Herman Marquez, so you can keep him. A day to scout here. We've got 100% on Carlos Delgado, 55 on Jamie Park, and 45 on Brett Jones. So let's take Delgado out. He's got good defense and good speed. 6'3" center fielder. I like my center fielder. I like my outfielders to be pretty tall. So that's a pretty good pick. He could certainly be a guy for us. Let's scout Greg Smart. Let's make a smart choice. And can we sweep the Dodgers? We might be able to. Bases loaded for Bo Jackson, and the Cubbies win 3-2. You love to see it. A sweep of the Doyers. What about this one? Big win over the Orioles. What about this one as well? Bryce Harper lose that game. Okay. And then, man, we're getting a lot of jump-ins. This time it's Gary Carter, bases loaded. I didn't choose to jump into the Bo Jackson bases loaded situation. I'll jump in for the Gary Carter one, though. All right, Gary Carter on the road, Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 7th, and Gary Carter swinging on the first pitch he sees. Who's on the mound here? I didn't check. It is Luke Little is the man at the mound. All righty-o. Don't swing at that. That's not... That hit me. That hit Gary Carter, but because I checked swung, it counts as a strike. That one has a chance to bloop. Get down. Get down. It won't get down. It's caught by the center fielder, and the Orioles survive. Annoying. And the Orioles will win. They win in the 7th. They scored 2 runs, and nothing else could happen for either team. Ubaldo gets the loss. Batista and Rodriguez had home runs in the game, but that wasn't enough to get the job done. We lose to the Orioles. We enter July with a loss to the Mets, but then a win against the Mets. We are 52-37. We're kind of rolling right now. We're kind of rolling. Another scouting day. We got Smart and Jamie Park both up to 100%. That's absolutely perfect. Another good speed defense guy. We will change the scouting on you, and we will start to scout... Oh, I don't know. How about we scout Angelo Fabregas, and then maybe we toss in a little Alfredo Chavez as our final scout just to figure out if he's actually good or not. Can we win against the Mets? We certainly can. Taking on the Braves, and we lose 2 so far against them. We lose 3. We lose 4. Swept in 4 by the Braves. They're 52-41 as well. They're right around us. And it's time for the 2026 first-year player draft. How good are the guys that we scouted? Alfredo Chavez has got pretty solid potential. We have pick number 3. Pick number 3. I'm going to add everybody to the board just because. But I have absolutely no clue who our first-round pick is going to be. Absolutely 0 clue. It could literally be anybody. It could literally be anybody. Let's go to the draft and figure it out. Let's game plan what we're going to do here. Pick number 3 in the draft. Who is it going to be? Angels and Pirates are up first. So we'll see if they take anybody on our board. First pick, the Angels select Alfredo Chavez. The guy that we just scouted in week 14 of scouting. He is gone. Who's up next? It's Ken Frieden. Frieden? We didn't have him scouted, but Alfredo Chavez is the number 1 overall pick. I mean, he's got potential out the wazoo, but the numbers don't look that good, and he looks like he's going to be pretty big project at 61-71 overall. So it's probably for the best that we don't take him. And now we are up here with the 3rd overall pick. It's probably got to be Ben Clark. I mean, that seems like the most obvious choice. Felipe Oliva seems like a good player as well. But I think we can't pass up. I mean, Carlos Valenzuela looks like a solid player, but he's not first over or third overall pick. I think we take Ben Clark. He's got 89 to 94 potential. He is 23, which is a little bit concerning. But in a series like the Legends series, the prospects don't matter too much. So if he has good potential, he might be a little bit more valuable. I'm going to draft Ben Clark with the number 3 overall pick here. Hopefully he pans out and has good potential. Maybe I'm hoping that it's a little bit higher, closer to 94 than it is 89. But that's a solid third pick. We sim to our next pick, and literally nobody left on our board. Everybody got grabbed, which is not surprising. We didn't have a second-round pick, so it's not at all surprising that we don't have anybody on our board. I think we gave that up when we signed probably Ryan Howard. I forget who we gave it up for when we signed whoever in free agency, but let's go for possibly Thomas Zimmerman, although I don't want to go super old every pick. Who's it going to be? Maybe it's Orville Perez from Puerto Rico? Dan Madison. Who's this pick going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It's probably got to be somebody up here because we don't have a lot of time left here in the third round. So I'm liking Orville Perez. Let's take Orville Perez, the shortstop out of Puerto Rico. We will take him in the third round. We'll sim to our next Cubby pick. Who's going to be available for us here? Are there any closers left? There are a couple closers left. We know closers are juiced in every single MLB The Show draft class, no matter what year it is. So let's take Dan Ruiz, closing pitcher in the third round. He doesn't have to be a closer when he gets to the club, but he does look like he's going to be pretty good. So let's go for another player here. Who's it going to be? Somebody with preferable good potential. We know it's not going to be true because we don't have him scouted, so it's obviously not going to be true. But maybe we get lucky and get close. Who knows? Sergio Gomez is not going to be that good. There's simply no shot. But let's take him. Sergio Gomez, welcome aboard. We have our final pick, round number 6. Donovan Lopez, Gus Zarco. Good name. Good name. Who else has got possible potential ratings here? Steve Shirley. I guess we could take that Zarco dude. He has the highest potential left, or at least in theory he does. So let's take Gus Zarco, first baseman, excuse me. He is our final pick of the draft. I like our first pick, but everything after that is kind of just whatever, which is usually how it goes, right? So the home run derby's up. It's Citizen Bank Park. What do we got next? We don't have anybody participating? Really? How do we not have a single guy with over 30 home runs? I thought Ryan Howard might be getting close. Do we want to participate in the home run derby this year? I think we did it last year with... Who'd we do it last year with? I forget who it was. We could do it with Pujols or Manny. I don't really want to do it this year. Let's just go to the All-Star game. What do we got in it? I'm assuming we're going to have at least a couple of players, right? I shouldn't be wrong in assuming that. Let's go to Phillies ballpark because that's where it's being held. So, Citizens Bank Field. We'll turn the quick counts on. All right, we got Roger. I'd assume that was going to happen. He's having such a dominant year. He's not the starter, though, which is a little annoying. We've got Seaver. Not him, not him, not him. Anybody down here? Nope, that's Giants, Diamondbacks. All right, nobody here for the Cubs except for Roger. What about the hitting side of things? Morgan, Bobby Witt, Galarraga. Bo Jackson makes this a starting left fielder. Nice. Love to see it. What about on the bench? Delgado, Duran, Brett, De La Cruz, Bryce Harper. Is that our Bryce Harper? No, it's not there. It's not our Bryce Harper. So we only get one player in each side of the ball. I'm okay with that. Bo's the starter and Clemens is the second best player or second best pitcher. So I guess we'll play with those guys and maybe have some good showings. Who knows? Let's find out.
It's the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, always special when we get together to call the All-Star game.
Well, we've done a lot of these together, and sometimes you come in and think, ho-hum, another year. But once you look and you see these All-Star players, their uniforms on, them interacting with one another, and you realize just how special it is. It's going to be a great one tonight.
And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. So just about set now. Today's starting pitcher, Tom Glavine. What do you have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons.
Okay, here we go in the All-Star game. We're going to sim to when our guys are available. So Tom Glavine is going to be pitching here in the start of the game. That's not good. 3 straight singles and an RBI. Or not an RBI, but somebody's out. A 3-run homer by Barry Bonds. That makes a whole ton of sense. All right, that's exactly what I wanted to have happen, isn't it? But the boys are driving here, and a 3-run home for Manny. Okay, so whatever you can do, I can do better, apparently. And now Bo Jackson gets to the plate. He's got a runner on first. It's tied at 3, and Shohei Ohtani is on the mound. It's the first time I've gone against Shohei in a long time. I'm not sure if I'm excited about it or not. Bo Jackson beat the throw. Double play opportunity, 97 speed. You're not beating that. So unfortunately, Bo Jackson gets a fielder's choice, but that's sometimes what happens. And a ground out. All right, Glavine, play a little bit better, please. Or I'm going to have to... Oh, my God. Tom Glavine. Oh, my God. Okay, Tom's done. Tom's done. It's going to be Tom Seaver instead of Roger. I don't want to put a Roger in this situation just yet. Oh, my God. This American League is absolutely disgusting. Tom Glavine, absolutely trash. Seaver's done. We're going to put Raj in this situation, and we're going to jump in. All right, what you got, Raj? Pete Rose leading off 6, 7, and 8 here in the top of the third, and Pete Rose will smush a baseball into left field. Bo Jackson giving chase. Rose around first on his way to second, and he will stop at second base for a leadoff double. That is not good. Roger Clemens getting rocked early, and now it's Frank the Tank, the big hurt. Former Toronto Blue Jay Legends Series participant from last season. And Roger Clemens got to try to battle around, see if he can get out of the danger. A leadoff double's not ideal. But, I mean, they don't call him the Rocket for nothing. Let's throw the high cheese. I didn't go as high as I wanted it. And he fouls it off. Let's go slider now. See if we can get him chasing. He fouls it off again. Frank Thomas is fighting. He does not want to go down. And he fouls off another pitch. The 2-seamer. We got some foul cheese going on here. What is this? Diamond Dynasty? And he fouls off the fastball up in the zone. You know what? I'm going to give him a pitch that he simply cannot foul off. A splitter low. Oh my God, he did foul it off. What are you doing? Stop fouling my pitches off. Thank you, Frank. He swings on the slider, chases it out of the zone, and he misses. My God. And now it's the sweetest swing in all of baseball history, Ken Griffey Jr. Although this is the younger version of Griffey in the series that we have here. We have 2 Griffies. Some players get 2 versions of themselves. This is the younger version of Griffey, and he swings and misses over the top of the slider. He's down on strikes. 2 strikeouts for Raj. You love to see it. And now it's Ted Simmons. A Diamond Dynasty favorite for some, I have seen over the course of this, since that card came out. And he swings and misses on this 2-seamer. So 3 strikeouts in a row after the leadoff double for what's-his-face, for Pete Rose. I'd say that's a pretty solid little outing for our boy. Why is Jose Fernandez so dark in that render up there? Bo Jackson to the plate. He had a fielder's choice his last time out. At least in the actual game, the model of Jose Fernandez looks like Jose Fernandez. Ooh, super behind that one. I didn't realize. I realized. I forgot that he threw 100. So I was a little bit late on the timing there. Not going to swing the changeup, though. Not going to get me that easy. We got to impress with Bo Jackson. He's one of our top guys in the organization. And he's going to chop that to second base. Great play on to second, on to first. 97 speed! And they called him out. They called him out. That's unbelievable. I want a recount. I want a recount. Rogers' day is done. He had the best performance so far, though. Don Sutton will come in. And Don will allow a home run to Hank Aaron. It's 9-3. It's getting a little bit out of hand now. Jose Ramirez, Yogi Berra, yada, yada, yada. We are not that good of a baseball team, are we? Whitey Ford will come in. Double for Pujols. Ground out, error, pop up, fly out. Okay. So, Dwight Gooden will come in. We are going to pinch hit now. We'll bring in Ezekiel Duran. He will strike out. Bobby Witt will get pinch hit for Elliot De La Cruz. Ground out. And Galarraga will get pinch hit for Carlos Delgado. And he lines out. So perfect. Whoops, I didn't mean to pitch that. I meant to take out Whitey Ford and put in Mason Miller. And he allows a solo home run to Robin Yount. That's perfect, Mason. That's absolutely perfect. Manny Ramirez will get pinch hit for somebody. I don't know who it's going to be. Probably Jason Varitek. Sure. He gets a single. Willie Mays. Willie Mays here. He'll get pinch hit for Ted Williams. Single. And now Bo Jackson will get pinch hit for probably Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper will play a little left field. Why not? We will swing the baseball bat. Single for Bryce. And now Darryl Strawberry gets pinch hit for Kerry Carpenter. Strikeout. J-Ram will get pinch hit for George Brett, looks like. Fly out for him. Come on, boys. We got to capitalize here. Yogi Berra will come out for Fresh Prince. And he's out. Of course he is. Mason Miller will change him out for Craig Kimbrell. Babe Ruth comes in. He can't do anything with it. Joe Torre. Frank Thomas doubles. Single for Griffey, RBI. Single for Ted Simmons. Jimenez comes in and he grounds out. Do we have anybody else? We have a first baseman and a second baseman. So it means Ezekiel Duran will get subbed out for Ryan Sandberg. And he will have a strikeout. Lee Smith comes in. First base. Okay. Fly out. Delgado will get pinch hit for Edgar Martinez. And it's a fly out. We go top 8. We swap in probably K-Rod. And see what K-Rod can do. Paul Molitor's in. Hank Aaron comes out for Sean Green. He doubles. Juan Soto comes in for Barry Bonds. He walks. Todd Helton's in for Babe Ruth. Strikeout. And Torrey gets out. So we've got ourselves bottom 8. Varitek at DH. I didn't mean to bunt there. That's my bad. I was trying to go down and pinch hit, but we don't have anybody else to pinch hit. So we might as well just go. And we can't do anything. It's 11-4. We'll bring in Emmanuel Clase to end the game. This one's going to be over, isn't it? This one is going to be over. Final 3 batters, potentially. They bring in Dennis Eckersley to finish the job. Single for George Brett. Fielder's choice for the Fresh Prince. Sandberg goes down and Ellie goes down. It's 11-4 loss. We got absolutely murdered in that game. Absolutely, utterly crushed in that baseball game. That second inning was pretty brutal. 5 runs allowed. All right, well, all-star stuff is over. We've got ourselves trade deadline to look forward to now. Signed draft picks. Let's get Ben Clark in there, Orville Perez, and everybody else is at 40%. All right, perfect. So let's get Dan Ruiz up in there. Offer contract to you and pay you a lot of money. Ben Clark's here. Perez will offer, and he has declined. Orville Perez says, no, thank you. We're not signing that. All right, whatever. Can we still get some W's, though? Yes, we can. Sweep of the Marlins, and the Braves have traded for Griffin Jacks for 2 prospects. Another day to sign draft picks. 58%. He has signed. Orville Perez has agreed to sign. And we have 3 guys left. All right, but we can't offer him just yet. Ooh, we're on a roll now. That's what I'm talking about. We're on an absolute tear. We can offer Dan Ruiz. He has decided to sign. Welcome aboard. We can also offer Sergio Gomez, and he has declined. So he'll be a little bit stingy. We sweep Oh, Chase Burns with a shoulder tear. That's upsetting. We sweep the Marlins and the Phillies. We are on quite the win, and we swept the Diamondbacks right before the All-Star break. So we're on a hot streak after getting swept by the Braves in 4 games. We can reoffer these guys, and Sergio Perez has accepted, and Gus Zarco has also accepted. So we get every single pick that we had this year. Perfect. I hate when I can't sign a player, but we are good to go. And Volpe's at the plate. Cubs win again. The Cubbies are on a roll. Biggio. Oh, we finally get the losing streak or the winning streak over. They want Andres Munoz. You're not going to get him. Today's the day to sign draft picks. But our winning streak comes down at 3, 6, 9, 10 games we had as a win streak. That's kind of wild. Bases loaded, but we survive 8-7. Jose Batista at the plate. We lose that game, though. Another day to sign draft picks. We're all good there. Cubs win again. We lose again. We win again. And it's deadline day. Chipper Jones moving from the Nationals to the Brewers for 3 prospects. Well, Alec Thomas not really a prospect anymore, but 3 prospects. And now it's trade deadline day. We are 66-44. I almost don't want to make many moves and ruin this momentum that we're on right now, but I mean, maybe there's something here. Maybe Ubaldo gets moved, get a new bullpen arm, although he's performing a little bit better than he had been last time we checked. Strom's killing the game. Rogers is killing the game. All of our bullpen's elite right now. I will say that much. 25 home runs for Bryce Harper, 27 for Bo Jackson, 26 for Batista, 27 for Howard, 19 for A-Rod. Volpe's got 10. The team's on fire right now. The team is absolutely on fire. I think it's time that we do make a move, though. Granderson's going to got, unfortunately, for Carlos Beltran. No, I wish it was Carlos Beltran, but we're not going to be able to get him. Matt Kemp, not a Ford. That's funny. I forgot about the back-to-back Duke Schneiders. That's hilarious. Kenny Lofton is leading the MLB in something, but he's a little bit too valuable. There's McCutchen. Kirby Puckett. I would like to have Kirby Puckett. He's a big dog. Big dog. Bellinger, Mantle, Mickey Mantis. Eric Davis. That could be fun, but we can't do it because the A's have 0 Monet. What do we got here? J-Rod? Ashburn, Shoeless Joe, maybe? Not a lot of power, though. Brenton Doyle, Andrew Jones is hurt. There's the other Griffey. Only 19 home runs for him, and he broke his shin. He's out for 1 to 6 days. Willie Mays, Isbell, Edmonds. There's Josh Hamilton. I would like to have Josh Hamilton. I'm going to be for real with you. I would like to have Josh Hamilton, but how do we acquire the services of Josh Hamilton? That's the big question. It's probably going to have to be somebody like Bo Jackson. But I'm not going to give up Bo Jackson, that's for sure. That's for sure. I'll tell you, well, hey, what? Gary Carter and Ryan Howard and Andy Pettit. How do we get Josh Hamilton to wear a Cubs uniform? Because he's got, unfortunately, a lot of years on his contract because of arbitration and all that kind of stuff, because it's apparently random the way that they give out contracts with those created players. I didn't get that lucky with those guys. I don't think Josh Hamilton's going to be viable unless we're giving up somebody like Bo Jackson, which I'm not going to do. Not right now, at least. Not right now. But I would like to have Josh Hamilton at some point. Maybe if I toss Josh Hamilton in here and do suggest trades, what are they going to give me? It's going to be Granderson and Bo. That's the only offer they want. Well, you can't have him. You can't have him. There's not even a suggested trade without Granderson and Bo in the deal. What about left field? There's Ricky Henderson. That'd be kind of fun. But it's not the right move. He's got 7 years on his deal. Jose Batista and Andy Pettit is what they want alongside Granderson. That's kind of crazy. Oh, these are absolutely tough to trade. It feels like it's a lot tougher this year in trading than it has been in the past. I feel like other years I'd be able to get like some studs. Ichiro's always an option, but he's going to be even more valuable than Josh Hamilton is. Sammy Sosa, Aaron Judge. Jose Canseco could be fun, but Jose Canseco is out the door. He doesn't have any offers. Man, it seems like it's going to be a little bit too tricky to get anybody. At least we're trying to get somebody too crazy for Granderson. It might not be possible. I really think it could be pretty cool to get Josh Hamilton on the team, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be possible right now. Unless, like I said, I'd be Bo Jackson, but I'm not willing to give up Bo Jackson just yet. Maybe next year. Kurt Schilling and Roger Clemens we could do. Bo Jackson, obviously. A-Rod doesn't even get it done. Oh, Josh. Who was the other guy that I was thinking about trading away? Oh, it's Volpe. That's right. It was Volpe. So what kind of shortstop can we get back in return? Bobby Witt. The Wizard Ozzie Smith. That could be possible. Unbelievable at defense. Not really a home run type of guy, but we knew that. What about Jeter? Derek Jeter. Jose Reyes could be fun. Barry Larkin also could be cool. I do like a good Barry Lark. Cal Ripken Jr., the Iron Man. Nomar Garcia-Parra, Jimmy Rollins, Henderson, Bichette, De La Cruz. Ellie De La Cruz. He's got 29 home runs already. What about Hanley? Hanley. Not going to be possible for him. There's got to be a shortstop out there. There's just simply got to be. Is it Jose Reyes? It could be. It really could be. Although, look at this value. I mean, I'm giving up some decent potential players, and it's not going to be Jose. It's not going to be Jose, that's for sure. Henry Aaron playing shortstop seems a little weird. I guess I didn't realize he was playing shortstop when he was younger. I kind of like the idea of Barry Larkin for a season or two. Is he going to be a little bit easier to acquire? This guy we just drafted, didn't we? Maybe not. Oh, how do we get Barry Larkin? How do we get him? Big Christmas doesn't get it across. Bird Song doesn't do it. None of the pitchers do. Man, this is kind of crazy. I guess trading is going to be a little bit more difficult than I would like to admit, because my normal techniques of getting people are not really working this year. At least not in the Legends series. In the A's series, it's working pretty fine, but right now in the Legends series, it's a little... I mean, the value on some of these players is kind of crazy. Barry Larkin is running low on his contract, so maybe in a couple of years he'd be a free agent, but I don't know if we'd be ready for him at that point. I do want to upgrade Volpe, though. I feel like that's a good idea. Although he's having a pretty solid season. Maybe we just keep him around. We could do Trey Turner. Is that really an upgrade, though? I know it's an overall upgrade. If I do the Trey Turner trade, that's basically just trading for the sake of trading. Ezekiel Tovar. Kind of intriguing, actually. He's the same age at higher overall by 1. We could get Mookie. Under contract for a long time. 33 years old. He's hot right now. That's a lot of money to tie down to a guy that's that old. Is Ellie De La Cruz a viable option? Probably not, right? No, I tossed to Christian Campbell. Look how much the difference Christian Campbell does. It's not even possible. And they don't have any money. So it's not even an option anyway. We could do Paul DeYoung. Can't do Bobby Witt. Unfortunately, I think we should just stay the way that we are. Although, I mean, we could trade Granderson just for the fact of freeing up a little bit of money. So let's look for, instead of looking for an absolute stud, let's look for somebody a little bit lower who could just be freeing up some money. Like a Michael Anderson type. Or a Michael Anderson. Who the heck's Michael Anderson? Michael Harris type. Or I would say O'Neal Cruz, but they don't have any money to do that, so that's not possible. What about Buxton's a little bit expensive. Brenton Doyle is an option. Brenton Doyle would make a little bit of sense. He's younger. He's cheaper. He's got arbitration. Andrew Jones, not possible. Jung Ho Lee, they don't have any money. A lot of these teams don't have any money. That's the problem we came into in the offseason. Spencer Jones, how good of a season is he having? 21 home runs. All right, maybe this is possible. If we toss in some extra value, like a Ben Gamel, and maybe a starter like Bryce Miller. I'm not going to give up Bryce Miller, though. All right, maybe Spencer Jones isn't a viable option. I thought maybe. I'm telling you, man, the value of these guys is absolutely insane. Parker Meadows makes some sense. He's definitely cheaper. Kenny Lofton, no. What about Roman Anthony? No, the White Sox have no money, but that also wouldn't be possible, most likely. Grady Sizemore's not possible. He's making $48 million a year. Davis, they don't have any money. I'm not really seeing anybody, man. This is kind of crazy. I mean, Brenton Doyle, I saw. Brenton Doyle, I think Brenton Doyle might be the best option that if we're going to go strictly for, I want to free up this money from Curtis Granderson, then Brenton Doyle fits that pretty well. And we can give up, who do we give up? We have a lot of bad bullpen arms. I guess bad starters as well. We can give up Austin Bergner. Let's do that. Or maybe Jason Junk. Yeah, we can give up him. That's a little bit better deal. All right, so we'll get Brenton Doyle. We'll send Granderson to the Reds. That's basically a salary dump move. That's all that is. Just to free up a little bit of money for the offseason. Doyle's on fire right now. He's playing a little bit better. But it's simply a salary dump option to free up money for the offseason. I think that's going to be the only trade that we make this deadline. I don't really want to ruin the chemistry too much that we got rolling here, but we do free up a little bit more money now with that Granderson contract off. We've got $26 million to head into the offseason, and that still could change because we might move some pitchers. We might move Jose Bautista. Like, there's some guys that we could, in theory, move away from this team in the offseason. So that budget's still not guaranteed by any means. But that is going to do it for our deadline. Kurt Schilling is going to lose the game, unfortunately. And there's the Brenton Doyle deal. Today's the day to sign draft picks. We'll skip this and finish the National Series. We lose that game as well. Maybe I did ruin the chemistry. I don't know. Let's simulate the series against the Cubs or against the Cardinals real quick. We win 2 of 3. All right. So that is going to be the series or the episode for us. We are 68-47 as we enter August. The final episode of the regular season will be next episode. We'll finish the rest of August, and we will finish September and maybe have some playoff baseball. I mean, I would be shocked if we didn't have playoff baseball. We're 6 games ahead of the Cardinals, 68 wins, which is tied for second best in baseball. The Yankees have 71, but then the Mariners have 68, and we have 68. So we're the second best team in baseball, tied for it at least, record-wise. So we're playing pretty well, and I hope we can continue to play pretty well as we move forward into the final episode of the regular season here in season number 2. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.